Hello, everyone, and welcome back to A Patch of Happiness with Anna Patch. It's been a couple of weeks, but it's good to be back. And today I've decided to do this thing called the Iso Diaries with Anna. So here we are, episode 1 of A Patch of Happiness Iso Diaries, and we have guest Laura Wallace. Welcome, Laura.
Hello, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. So, do you want to tell the people of the world a little bit about yourself?
So I was born in Sydney, but I grew up on the Central Coast, and I've moved to Sydney last year. So I've been living in Sydney since June last year and loving it up until coronavirus, where can't really go out. But I'm an actress like Anna. I getting into acting. I met Anna through classes, and yeah.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Thanks for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
So yeah, like Laura said, we met in class like last year, and I guess since then it's just like we didn't see each other for ages, and then we bumped into each other in another class.
We just kept bumping into each other.
Yeah, and it was kind of just like a slow kind of build up of like the friendship, and here we are, little self-tape buddies. So like yesterday, we're gonna record this yesterday, but you know, we're out adventuring and doing other things and trying not to put pressure. Like I realized, you know how we were saying yesterday, how like the pressure that like has been taken off feels really nice to get things done.
Yes.
But then I was talking to like someone this morning, a coach, and she was like, and I was like, just talking about the pressure thing, and then with the scene that we filmed yesterday, I put so much pressure on myself to get it done and like to get it right.
Pressure.
Yeah, so it's just crazy. I was like, "There's no pressure anymore," and then I got to record something because it's for a competition, and I put so much pressure on myself. Anyway,
it was really good though. Like all the takes were good. It was just like you just got way into your head, and I think because I get way into my head about all self tapes, everything that I ever film.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, like I guess like looking back, I can be like, okay, that's what I did. But I'm gonna send that tape in that I did last night. I'm happy with it. So
good. The last one.
Yeah. It was like just like
having
a fun little objective, and just focus solely on that. Like,
and wasn't that your first objective that you wrote down?
It was, and then I went into like four other things to think about. I was like, nah, fuck it. I'm just gonna have sex with this guy. Not really, guys. If you're listening, you're not an actor. We're just, thinking about it. And that was just like, that just had fun. And then like, because the whole thing of like, you're not, you don't know how the scene's going to go. Really, obviously, but you don't know. You're not meant to know. The character doesn't know what's going to happen. So just to have like I really like this is my partner. I just want to, have some fun with my partner, and then whatever else happens.
Because you started the scene in one spot, and doing it that you ended up in a completely different spot, which was, it made it more fun.
Yeah, it did. And like I loved how like you were doing your thing like behind the camera, like looking around and stuff. That helped as well.
Good.
Just getting totally into it. And it's like with like self tapes, like I had like a cup of tea and stuff at the start, but then I got home, I was like, no, like why? I'm in a living room, so I'm going to put a blanket on and put my tracksuit pants on and that helped me just get into it as well. Like little things like that help, I think, as well with filming stuff, for sure.
I agree.
Yeah, but so Laura, tell me about what you've been doing in this ISO period. Like what have you found?
Actually, I just found what you're saying about the pressure. I feel like there's been so much pressure during isolation to do things.
Yeah.
Like every day, make sure you're doing things. I think we were talking about this yesterday. Yeah. How it was like that you just need to find like one thing a day, really. And if you can do just one thing, and then the rest of the day you're watching Netflix, then just do it.
Yeah. So true. Yeah. So what of those, like, for you personally, what have been your favorite kind of, or things you've been most kind of called to do to allow you to do that for yourself?
I've been doing a lot of exercise actually. I've gone into like an exercise regime, which I haven't had before, and yoga and meditation.
Yeah, cool.
Like, even if I don't do anything else all day except like a 10-minute meditation, then that's okay. Because you know what? That day I'm feeling low, so I'm just going to do a meditation or do a yoga or do a workout, and then I'm going to go watch Netflix or go and read a book or
I love that. It's like just something, it seems small, but it's so important, and it's like a big thing to do for yourself, even if it's like 10 minutes, just to I guess just allow yourself to just be there with yourself for a little moment in time.
Yeah, because I was feeling so guilty at first if I didn't do anything that day. Like, I felt so guilty. I was like, no, I have to do things. And so my days at the start of like all of this were very like packed, and then I was like wearing myself out by the end of the week, being like, oh, and then like, why am I working so hard when I don't need to, when I can spread myself out instead of burning myself out?
Yeah, so I like that. Spread yourself out instead of burning yourself. That's good. I like that.
I just thought of that then.
Yeah, that's good. I'm going to write that down. Spread yourself out. That's gold. I love that. Because like sometimes like I'm conscious for myself not to burn myself out, because I do that. Like end of last year I burnt myself out. Like I just, I was like, whoa, Anna, like you need to chill out. Like I thought I was chilling out, but I wasn't as much as I needed to. But like I'm just conscious at the moment, because like all this stuff that I want to do and like that I am doing, but just to make sure that, because I think we're going to be in this isolation period for a while. So we have the time. So it's like spreading it out so you don't burn out. But then I'm still like in the thing, I'm like, okay, what am I going to get done this week? But
me too. I've got like a list. And I'm
me
like,
too.
Why do I need a list? I've got no time frame anymore. Like,
yeah, that's so true. Like time's just kind of like poof into it's a weird time. It's a really weird.
But I kind of want to take, when everything goes back to normal, I kind of want to take that mindset into the new normal. So, because I feel like the time itself, I don't know, like is just so weird. And so
No, I think so too. Like I'm just trying to really be conscious of like bringing like the painting time that I'm doing, or the baking, or just like the chilling out, like bring that into like when it goes back to normal in inverted commas. Because like what is normal really? Like this is our normal now.
I don't know.
So anyway, but it's just
this
like
is becoming the new normal.
And then we'll get used to this way of living, and then we'll go back to like we can hug people, we can go back on set. Like what? Like
I can't wait to hug people.
I just want to. I probably could, I could hug my housemates because we live together. So I might just like give them a hug tonight. If you're listening, guys, love you. It's weird. But like I guess we're so lucky. I think being in Australia too, like obviously like we've got all these restrictions in and everything, and like we need to be conscious and considerate that and all other people and everything and what's actually going on. But like this morning I went outside, I was by myself, did a quick little workout, then I ran to the water, like where I could, like the one spot I can swim, because I had a call at like 9:30 and that was my cardio. And then I swam, jumped in the water, and it was so clear. It's like my favorite spot to swim now, and I wouldn't have just known about it or even tried to go there if the coronavirus was here and we had our beaches all shut. And just like diving under the water, and just like I love opening my eyes when it's super clear, because you can just see like it's blurry, but you can see like your hands moving. And then like I love to like face the sun and like open my eyes and like swim up to the surface and like put my hands up and like watch my hands come out. Oh,
okay, now I really want to go for a swim.
That was my morning, you know what I mean? Like that like,
sounds so
I'm
good.
So grateful for that. And then I sat in the sun for like 2 minutes, but I'm like, I need to leave because there's too many people here, and I need to be considerate and like not, but I'm like, okay, I can have 2 minutes in the sun. And then I walked home, like ended up putting my shorts and my joggers back on, but I just walked home in like my swimmer top. And I was like, okay, it's tanning at the same time as going home and still moving. So it's like different ways
That's true.
of doing things, just like making it work. Like, okay, I want to get some sun, get a little bit of tan happening. Okay, I have to do that when I'm walking. Like, I can't just sit down on the beach for an hour. But then it kind of gives us more time anyway to do the things. You know what I mean? Like, instead of lying
Yeah.
on the beach for an hour, I can just walk home and do the same thing. And just,
Yeah.
you know?
No, that does make sense. But that
Yeah.
sounds so nice. I honestly, right now, all I want to do is go for a swim. That's been one of the hardest things, having to learn how to adjust to no beaches and no swimming.
Oh, 100%. That was like, yeah, just
that's
like,
just how I feel at peace when I'm at the beach. Like, no matter what's going on, it's like, oh, the water just calms you down. And then that was taken away a little bit. And now you have to be that conscious of the people around you. Like, okay, I'm just going to go for a quick swim, out again.
yeah. And it's like,
just such such a different mindset.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And it's just like every part of my being, and I'm sure it's the same for you and a lot of people listening, is like wants to stay and stay. Like, I could have stayed in the water like all day, and I could have sat in the sun for like an hour or more. But like every part of me is like, I really want to stay. But I'm like, no, you have to go for the community and for the world. And it's just like so weird that like that's just what it is. And like we just have to make the most of like the moments that we are in the water or, you know, in the sun or whatever. And just like take a moment to like now when I'm in the sun, I'm just like, I focus just on like the sun on my skin, like the warmth that I can feel. And it's just like, it's like taking a moment, because like it may start raining next week for like 2 weeks and we may not get to go outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So just being grateful for those moments that you can have rather than what you can't have.
Yeah.
I think like whenever I'm feeling low during this whole thing, those days where I just wake up and it's like, okay, everything's just kind of coming, feeling all the emotions. I focus on 3 things that I'm grateful for in that moment. And it could be like something simple like the sun outside or like the bed that I'm sleeping in, or it's just 3 simple things to be grateful for. And then if that's all that you are thankful for that day, if that's all that you can find joy in, then that's okay, because you've got 3 things.
And 3 things is so much. Like that's a lot, you know?
Yeah.
And I guess like, just finding like the anything. It could be like the earphones you're listening to a good song with, you know? And then you're like, oh yeah, cool. And then you're like, oh, like this is really fun. And then like it's just a moment in time where you can just tune into that, which I think is really important for this time.
I agree. Especially so much negative emotion out there at the moment, just from everyone, because you can't help but feel it, because the whole world is feeling it, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And it really shows how much one thing can affect everyone.
Yeah, right. It's like literally worldwide. Like, sorry, what? Like Dad was like, this is once in 100-year thing, Anna. I was like, they're going to write about this in history books, and we're a part of that.
I know. I never thought I'd be a part of something like that.
No, never. Like it just like I didn't think it was going to hit. I was like, yeah, you know, it's like I didn't think we were going to get affected by it. That's how oblivious I was to it at the start.
No, neither did I.
At the start, like I was in Melbourne when it was kind of starting, and you know there was no potatoes left, and like the shelves were empty, and I was like, oh my god, like, you know, just like kind of making fun of it in a way, as bad as that sounds. Sorry if I'm offending anyone, but that's just what it was. And then it was like, oh no, this is actually a real thing. And then like all different emotions have been like, okay, this is real. Like, you know, I can't go outside, like I can't hug anyone. I need to be conscious of all this and like be conscious of the other people that are more at risk in the community. And then like having a job that's still open, I was like, do I still go to work? Like, what do I do? But then like helping people like stay healthy and feed them. It's like, it was just like all that. And now I'm kind of just like, okay, this is like, I think like a lot of people, like a couple of people I've spoken to was like, it was just like, it took a while to kind of settle into how we've been living, to feel kind of more at ease with it, and to find our rhythm and to find the things that we want to do as well. Did you find that as well?
Yeah,
Or
I found because I was in Europe in January. So for me, like they were hearing about it a little bit sooner than we were. So the phrase was tossed around a couple of times, but then I got back luckily before everything went crazy and went like kaboom. So I'm really thankful I got back before all that happened.
yeah.
But then hearing it over here, I was like, oh, okay. Australia's even hearing about it. That's weird. Like I thought it was just like, and then it just kind of, it was that slow burn to, it was like, oh, okay, this is all actually happening. This is all crazy. And it's actually here because I didn't expect it to be. And I think the moment when I realized how, like, it was a couple of weeks after isolation started and everything, I just woke up and I was like, oh, I can't call up and go and hang out with my friend today. Like I had planned, like things that I already had planned and people that I hadn't seen since before I left for Europe. I was like, had plans to see them. And I was like, I can't see them. Okay, that's interesting. But yeah.
Yeah, and it's like that part of it, it does suck. Like I know you had your birthday at like a month ago,
Yeah, in March.
ago?
Literally, it was like I had like the planning for like drinks with friends and everything.
Oh,
And
I
then
remember it was like a slow progress of that changes.
yeah, it was like, sorry, it might just be like at my place instead of the restaurant guys. And then it was so sorry, gonna have to cancel because literally we went into like the full self-isolation lockdown thing, I think the day before my birthday.
Oh
I was
no,
like,
really?
sorry guys. Yeah. But it's okay. I still had a great birthday. I dressed up in like my fancy formal dress just because
Love
I
it.
could.
Yeah.
I was like,
I might
I'm
have to
still
do
enjoying
that.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it. Just dress up. If it's your birthday or even if it's not your birthday, just dress up nicely one day and just in like your fanciest gear that you've got, put on music and dance or just
I love
go
that.
take photos or
Yeah.
just, watch Netflix in your fancy gear.
Why not? Anything really. Like I thought about that last time. I'm like, I want to ask, like I want to make like a formal night thing, like here, just with like my two housemates, and just like get dressed up really nice and like have some cocktails or something, and have like some snacks, and just I don't know, even watch a movie. I don't know what it is. Like we just like put like some effort into like what we're wearing, because it's like literally, I think a lot of people, but like me and my housemate were saying that we literally just live in pretty much active wear, pajamas, and that's about it, really. 90% of the time, and there's the odd occasion where I was like, oh, I'm going to wear something fun today. So tonight, like we're having a housemate dinner, so I'm like, I might like put some effort in, put a new nice little outfit on.
That's cute. Do it.
And it's like
Get
my
dressed
birthday.
up.
Yeah, like it's just fun.
Yeah.
Like, and like my birthday's in a couple of weeks, so I'm like thinking of like something like a theme to kind of do. So I'll keep that in mind.
Yes, I'll think of themes for you.
Yeah, please send them my way.
Yes, I love a good theme.
Yeah, I haven't had one. I've never really had a themed birthday, but Iso birthday party for Anna.
Could be this could be the year you have a theme.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just like I guess finding the new normal way of living in what it is now. But it's also like everyone that I've spoken to is, dealing with it differently. Like most people that I've seen in person are doing fine, and like it hasn't really changed a lot for a lot of people. Like it's more just being more at home, maybe less work hours, or not working is kind of the biggest thing. But like for me, it's just kind of like inspired me to like do things that I've been putting off for years, like learning guitar. Like I finally learned guitar. Well, I haven't learned.
Woo!
2 chords, everyone. I learned 2 chords the other night, and I've been wanting to learn guitar for like 2 years, and it finally happened. Because we just sat down, I was like, okay, I need to learn it because my housemates both play it, so it's easy for them to kind of sit down for like 15 minutes or whatever and just show me some stuff. And like learning the Spanish accent, like these things are all going to take time, but it's just like starting. So just reminding myself that starting is the hardest part about everything. And like
once you start, you've already overcome the biggest hurdle.
It's like, cool, I've started, like I just need to do a little bit like every couple of days or once a week or whatever, and then at the end of it, it's like, oh wow, like I'm excited at the end of this to like write a list, sit down and like reflect on like what happened, like, you know, the ups and downs of this period and like what I did achieve and like what goals I kicked and achieved throughout this whole time. Because I feel
I
like,
like that.
yeah, like at the end
Yeah, I
of
might
it,
do that.
be like in this weird time, like what did I achieve? What happened? What did I learn? What did I let go of? What did I heal? Like all this stuff that we're going through at the moment, like good and bad and inverted commas, just like reflecting on that and seeing like how far we will have come at the end of it. I think it would be really nice to like be like, okay, actually this is what I did and this is where I am, and without that I wouldn't be where I am like in the future. You know what I mean? Like when you're writing it.
No,
Yeah.
I'm getting excited. I've been like, it sucks all this is happening, but that I do have time now to do some things that, as you said, been putting off or just haven't had time for before. It's been pretty exciting being able to do that and actually be like, oh, I've been able to start this. I've been able to do that. Like, yeah, I've got a lot that I'm like, I want to do this and this and this. And that goes back to the don't burn yourself out, Laura. You've got time.
Yeah, yeah. What are some things that are on your list that you've done or that maybe you want to do that you'd like to share?
So learning the French accent.
Mm-hmm.
I started that one, and also French the language, which that one I'm kind of still got. I'm going to make like little cards that I'm going to put like around the house on different things, so I know like the names of things, and be like opening the fridge or whatever the fridge is called, be like, blah.
I love that idea.
It's going to annoy the people that I'm living with, that I'll just be talking out loud, being like, oh, a drawer, whatever the name for a drawer is. And
yeah, I love that.
Okay.
I might do that too in Spanish.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. It's going to
Do
name
it. And then like I'm trying to learn handstands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I told you the other day how like I did it the wrong way and ended up landing on my neck. So be safe when you do it and don't do it like me and do it without a tutorial first.
Yes. PCA, everyone. Public service announcement. Yes. Be careful. Handstanding.
That's just a few things. And
yeah,
I love Shakespeare, but I've never learnt any of like Shakespeare's monologues or anything, or any Shakespeare scripts. So I'm going to do a bit of that as well.
Oh, I love that. Shakespeare, like, it's difficult. Hey, did you do it in school?
I did. And I've always loved Shakespeare. Like I read like a different play every year if I can, or every couple of months. So I've never actually like delved fully into like the analysis or anything. So I'm going to do that for a little bit.
Yeah, a bit of fun. Yeah, that'll like really broaden your knowledge and just like, you know.
I hope so.
Yeah, for sure. It's a challenge, which is good. You know, you can say that you did that.
Exactly. If I only like by the end of this only accomplish like one of those things, then you know what? I did one thing, and that's really awesome. And I don't want to regret or be upset that I didn't do everything, kind of thing. Be like, oh, I had all this time, why? Like beat myself up over it. I'm like, no, you know what? Even if I spent like only a couple of weeks doing one thing, and then I put it in a box and don't think about it and forget about it, I'm not going to beat myself up over that.
Love that. Yeah,
that's not going to help my mindset. It's just going to bring me down. So I'm just going to go with it, and then at the end be like, oh, that was really great. Or
yeah, I love that. That's a really nice way. Just like, you don't have to get everything done right now, and not to beat yourself up about it. Yeah, like I'm just reflecting, like, Anna, it's fine. Like if you don't achieve it you want to do, it's fine. You'll get there eventually.
Just breathe.
One day at a time, please. Yeah, I love that. And you're gonna like, Laura made some peanut butter cookies yesterday.
Oh my gosh, I do. Baking, I might. I don't like cooking at all.
Oh, you don't like it?
I get so bored of cooking. I'm somebody that needs like constantly and waiting for the food to cook or whatever. I'm like, oh, like I just get so bored with it. But I don't know. I actually enjoyed. I made like peanut butter, choc chip, gluten-free, dairy-free cookies yesterday, and some banana and raspberry loaf. And I actually enjoyed making them.
Yeah, awesome.
Baking's the way to go.
Yeah,
rather than cooking.
Yeah, baking's so different to cooking. Like I love baking. Like I love cooking as well, but I think I'd rather bake things like, you know, cookies and cakes and stuff like that. because I guess it's just, I feel like it's more, because I guess it's just different, you know, because it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but I'm sure you know what I mean.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Mm.
I just got to remember that I need to go back and take them out of the oven. I tend to forget and just, I'll go off and do something else and then forget they're in the oven and then be like, oh, wait, I need to go and get that out, and then they're burnt. So.
Did you set an alarm? A timer?
No. No, I should set alarms. I don't know why I don't. I'm just more like, no, I'll remember. And then I never do.
Yeah, if I don't set an alarm, I'm like, I forget. And then I smell burning. I'm like, no, my food. I remember once, like I set an alarm, but because I had cooked, like it was sweet potato that I was cooking, so I was making like sweet potato nachos.
I love sweet potato.
Yeah, me too. It's my fave. But yeah, I put them in the oven to cook normally, and then I was like, I'll put them on the grill for 5 minutes, and I put the timer on 5 minutes, but it hadn't even it was like 4 minutes, and I could smell burning, and like 90% of the sweet potato burnt to a crisp. I was like,
oh, no.
But I still managed to get, like, you know, if I had eaten all of those other chips, I would have had too much food. So it kind of worked in a way, but, you know, I hate wasting food. But it was just like, it was crazy. I was like, okay, note to self, on the grill,
Timer.
take timer and take a couple minutes off just in case.
Yeah. So I've had so many accidents and things happen with me with cooking. I thought I broke my toe once because I dropped a knife on the toe.
I think I remember that.
I just do the weirdest things when I cook, and I don't know how I manage them, but I do. Don't ask my sisters at all about the things I've tried to cook them, because they will tell you a lot of stories, which
Oh, really?
yeah, about the things I've tried to feed them, and then they're like, Laura, these are not cooked.
Oh no, like baking stuff or like
No, like burgers, fish.
Oh
you
no.
name it. I've like
just not your thing.
No, but
For
I'm
now,
gonna
who knows?
Yeah, I'm gonna try some new. I've got some cookbooks, some really good cookbooks that I'm really excited to try some recipes from there. So
Awesome.
we'll see how those go.
Yeah, what's like? Do you have some sort of like dish or meal, something you want to bake, like at the top of your list? Like, what's your top of the list right now?
Ooh. Do you know what? You know that cookbook we're looking at? We're looking at your cookbook yesterday. That egg thing that I saw in there.
Yeah. Did you take a photo?
No,
I'll
but
send
I need
you
to.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I really want to cook that. It's been in my head. I was like, what am I going to have for dinner tonight? And that came to my head. So I really want to eat whatever that was.
All right.
It was like an egg thing.
Yeah, it's like a baked egg tomato looking dish. Oh, that would be so funny. When I can eat eggs again, I'm going to try it. But I'll take a pic for you and send it to you. And then you can bake it and send me a photo of it.
I will.
Yeah.
And hopefully it won't be burnt.
No, it was because you'll set a timer.
Exactly. I've got a phone. I can set a timer on that.
See that. I'm excited to see that. I'm very excited. Cool. Well, I think that's like the chat. Thank you.
Okay.
So if people, anything else you want to kind of end on that you feel like you want to share, anything that's come to mind, if not, totally cool, but anything you want to end on, Laura?
Just stay safe, everyone. There's always somebody that you can call if you need someone to talk to, because I feel like during this time, talking to someone and staying connected, even if it's just over phone, rather than just text messages and just Facebook messages or Instagram messages, make sure you still keep that connection with at least somebody over Skype or Zoom or phone calls, because I think that's really important for everyone's mental health.
Yeah, awesome. That's such a good message. And yeah, it's very important for everyone to remember that. Awesome. And if people want to connect with you, where can they find you online?
My Instagram is Laura E. Wallace. No spaces, no dots, no nothing, just those together on Instagram.
Awesome.
Would be the place to go. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, if you guys want to screenshot this episode, tag us, let us know what you think. My Instagram is @AnnaPatch_ and Laura's is Laura E. Wallace. We'd love to see what you think and just to connect with you. And let us know what your thoughts are and how you're going in ISO and what you're doing to kind of just stay true to yourself and kind of just stay aligned and looking after you. Otherwise, I will see you next week. Thank you again, Laura, and thank you all for listening and tuning in. We'll speak to you soon. Thanks, Laura.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.